Hello students, welcome to Shri classes. We'll continue with lecture number 7, Arithmetic Progressions. Exercise 5.3 word problems will start today. That is question number 15th onwards. Exercise 5.3 question number 15 onwards. Have a look at the question first and then we'll go to the problem. Question number 15. A contract on construction job specifies a penalty for the delay of completion of beyond a certain date as follows. Rupees 200 for first day, 250 for the second day, 300 for the third day, etc. Penalty for each succeeding day being rupees 50 more than for the preceding day. How much money the contractor has to pay as penalty if he has delayed the work by 30? Here the penalty per day is 200 and subsequent days is 50, and therefore the penalty for first day, second day, third day onwards, third day and all, it will be 200, 250, 300, 350. It continues like that. That means the penalty for each subsequent day or each successive day starting with rupees 200 for the first day will be 200, 250, 300, 350. It continues, which forms an AP, and we'll be able to calculate the sum of all these penalties as the total penalty for 30 days. Let us solve this problem. So let us solve this 15th question, word numerical. There is a construction company and for the delay of work a penalty is being charged. So let us see the penalty charge, whether it forms an AP or not. Penalty for the first day, penalty for first day equals 200, for second day equals 250, penalty for third day equals 300, correct? Because subsequent day it increases by 50 here, isn't it? All this is rupees here, very important. All these are rupees here. You can write on the top also, or here also you can write. So the list of numbers is given by 200, 250, 300. It continues up to 30 days, therefore 30 terms, isn't it? Okay, therefore total penalty is equal to, and okay, let us see whether it forms an AP. Definitely it is forming an AP over here. Therefore the list forms, we have to write this basically, forms an AP with A equals 200 and D equals 50 here, because common difference is 50, and therefore total penalty is given by, and N is equal to how much? 30 days, therefore 30 terms. Therefore total penalty is equal to, total penalty is S30, isn't it? So formula used is, I can write it as Sn n by 2 into bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d formula, and therefore S30 is equal to 30 by 2 into bracket 2 times a is 200 plus n minus 1 is 30 minus 1 is 29 into d is how much? 50 here. Okay, so this is equal to 15 times 400 plus 0. Is it right? 29 into 40. Yeah, it's correct. Which equals 15 times 1850. Okay. So let us see here. We'll calculate. S30 is equal to how much it is? 1850 into 15. So this is 27,750, correct? 27,750. Therefore total penalty for 30 days equals rupees 27,750. Okay. Yeah. Please note it down. We'll go to the next question. Question number 16. A sum of rupees 700 is to be used to give 7 cash prizes to students of a school for their overall academic performance. If each prize is 20 less than its preceding prize, find the value of each prize. The total sum of the prizes, all 7 prizes, is 700. So S7 is equal to 700. And D here is each prize is 20 less than the preceding, meaning the common difference here it is negative. So we have been given S7 as 700 because total 7 prizes. Sum of all 7 prizes should be equal to a sum of rupees 700. D is minus 20, common difference. Let us find out. And what is N? 7, because 7 prizes. We have to find out A, that is the first prize. After that we can find the rest of the prizes also. Let's solve this problem. Yeah, we'll solve 16th one. Given a sum of 700 is to be distributed to the students. So S7 equals 700. Common difference is minus 20. Why minus 20? Each succeeding prize is reduced compared to the preceding price. So if you take the common difference, it will be negative here. And how many prizes are there? N equals 7 prizes. Therefore, let us apply formula. We know Sn equals n by 2 into bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d, and therefore S7 equals 700 implies 7 by 2 into bracket 2a plus n equals 7, 7 minus 1 into d minus 20, and this equals is 700. This equals 700. So what is unknown here? Only A is the unknown, which we will find out. This implies, now I will take this that side. 7 goes this, this 7 by 2 I will be taking this side. So 2a plus minus it is because plus into minus, minus 6 into 20 equals 700 into 2 divided by 7, which equals 200, implies 2a minus 120 equals 200, 2a equals 200 plus 120, 320, therefore a equals 320 divided by 2, which is 160. Therefore first cash prize is 160. It is 160. So therefore we'll write here, therefore cash prizes are first prize equals 160 rupees, 160 I'll write rupees 160. Second prize rupees 160 minus 20. If A is 160, next is A60 minus 20, which is 140. A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D. That is how it forms basically. And therefore, third prize rupees 120. Fourth prize 160, 140, 120, 100. Fifth prize rupees 80. Sixth prize rupees 60, and last seventh prize rupees 40. This is the answer. So note it down. 17th question. In a school, students thought of planting trees and in and around the school to reduce air pollution. It was decided that the number of trees that each section of each class will plant will be the same as the class in which they are studying. Example, a section of class 1 will plant 1 tree, a section of class 2 will plant 2 trees, and so on till class 12. So a section of class 12 will plant 12 trees. So there are 3 sections of each class. how many trees will be planted by the students. So one section of say we will take one class 1, there are 3 sections, and each section will plant one tree, that is in which class they are studying. For example, class 1, section 1, section 2, section 3. Section 1 plants 1 tree, 2 also 1 tree, 3 also 1 tree. Class 2, come to the class 2. How many sections? 3 sections. Each section will plant 2 trees, because number of trees planted by each section will be equal to the class in which they are studying, isn't it? So we'll solve this problem now. So we'll see here in the 17th question, number of trees planted by each section. Number of trees planted by each section. How do you number of trees planted by each section is given by what I can say is number of trees planted by each section and each class. I'll write each section and each class is given by, let us see, class 1, how many sections? Section 1, section 2, section 3. So number of trees, 1 tree plus number of trees here, this will plant 1 tree, this will plant 1 tree, this will plant 1 tree. So total 3 trees. Class 2, how many sections? 3 sections. S1, S2, S3. Number of trees, 2 trees. Why 2 trees? The class in which they are studying, 2nd standard, and therefore 2 trees. Here also 2 trees. So total 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6. One more class I will take, and then we will form the list of numbers. Class 3, S1, S2, S3, 3 trees. So 9 trees. Okay, check now. 3 trees, 6 trees, 9 trees. These are the number of plants planted by each class. Therefore, number of trees planted by each class is given by 3, 6, 9 dot dot dot. It will continue up to how many class? Up to 12 classes, isn't it? Up to 12 classes, because up to there are totally 12 classes from 1 to 12, and therefore up to 12 classes we have to consider. And this list forms an AP. Therefore, A equals 3, D equals 6 minus 3, which is 3, and N is equal to 12, because there are 12 classes. Therefore, total number of trees planted by all classes equals sum of trees planted by each class, that is S12, isn't it? And therefore we know already the formula. I will not write that directly. S12 equals 12 by 2 into bracket. We know A, we know D, N also we know. So everything is known to us. So 2 times A is 3 plus N minus 1, 12 minus 1 times common difference 3. Is it right? Okay, so this equals 6 into bracket 6 plus 11 into 3, 33, which equals 6 into bracket 39, which equals 234 plants. So the total plants is 234 plants. So note it down. 18th question. A spiral is made up of successive semicircles with the centers alternatively at A and B. First center A and then B, and alternatively the center changes, starting with center A of radii 0.5 centimeter, then 1 centimeter, 1.5 centimeter, 2 centimeter, as shown in figure 5.4. What is the total length of such a spiral made of 13 consecutive semicircles? Take pi equals 22/7. This information is to be noted down and considered. So this is how the spiral is made up of. The spiral from first A will start with the center, draw one semicircle, and with B as a center, draw this semicircle. With A as this center, draw this semicircle. With B as semicircle, draw this. With B as center, draw this semicircle. This is how the spiral is made up of. So total length of the spiral we will consider. Here important is that L1, L2, L3, these are the lengths of the spirals, which is the semicircular length of the spiral is nothing but total circumference of the circle is 2 pi r, and semicircle is, length of the semicircle is, or the length of the circumference of the semicircle is half of 2 pi r, which is pi r basically. So let us see how to solve this one. So let us try to draw the diagram of the spiral. Center A with radius 0.5 centimeter, draw one semicircle. With center B and radius 1 centimeter, draw another semicircle like this. Shift the center to A. From here to here radius, which is 1.5 centimeter, draw another semicircle. Let L1, L2, L3 and up to L13 are the semicircles which constitute a complete spiral. The total length of the spiral is the length of sum of the length of each semicircle. Is it right? So let us list down how to find out. Let us find out L1, L2, L3 and check whether this forms an AP or not. See here, semicircular length is half times the circumference, 2 pi r. 2 cancels and pi r. So I hope you are understanding. Complete circumference of the circle, the length of the complete circle is 2 pi r. The length of the semicircle is half into 2 pi r, which is pi r. So L1 equals pi r1, L2 equals pi r2, L3 equals pi r3. It continues. Therefore, lengths of semicircles L1 pi r1 pi into 0.5, which is 0.5 pi centimeter. L2 pi r2 pi 1 centimeter here, r radius equals, therefore pi centimeter. L3 equals pi r3 pi into 1.5, which is 1.5 times pi centimeter. So it continues up to L13. Therefore, the list of numbers is L1, L2, L3 up to L13 implies 0.5 pi, 1 pi, 1.5 pi, it continues. This list forms AP. This list forms AP here. Why it is so? 0.5 pi, pi minus 0.5 pi, 0.5 pi. 1.5 pi minus pi, 0.5 pi. 0.5 times pi, meaning the common difference between successive terms is half pi or 0.5 pi, and therefore this list is in AP basically. So total length of the spiral is list forms AP with what is the first term? 0.5 pi. D equals pi minus 0.5 pi, which is once again 0.5 pi. and n equals 13. Why 13? L13 means totally there are 13 semicircles. And therefore, total length of the spiral equals S13. A, D, N, you know, calculate S13. S13 equals 13 by 2 times 2A plus 13 minus 1 times D. Is it clear? Let us calculate here. S13 equals 13 by 2 into bracket 2 times A. A is 0.5 pi. 0.5 pi can be written as half pi plus n minus 13 minus 1, 12 into 0.5d can be written as d can be here. D can be written as 0.5, which is 0.5 pi, 0.5 pi d, which can be written as half pi. So pi by 2. I hope this how did I obtain, you understood. 2a 2 times 0.5 plus 12d 12 times 0.5. 0.5 is replaced by half, which equals 13 by 2 into bracket 2 cancels, pi plus 2 ones are 2 6 pi. 13 by 2 into 7 pi. Is that it? Which equals 13 by 2 into 7 into 22 by 7, because pi value asked is 22 by 7. So 7 cancels, 2 ones are 2 11s are dark. So 143 centimeter. Therefore, total length of the spiral equals 143 centimeter. Very typical sum. How to draw this you must know, but in exams and all you need not draw once again the diagram. If you draw diagram, it is better to show that R1, R2, R3, L1, L2, L3. Directly you can take L1 equals pi R1, pi R2 like this. Note it down. Next one, 19th question. 200 logs are stacked in the following manner. This is how the wooden logs have been arranged. 20 logs in the bottom row. Here there are 20 logs. 19 in the next row. Next row 19 wooden logs. And 18 in the next row. That means here it is 18. So in the first row 20. Next 19. Next 18 number of logs. This continues. In how many rows 200 logs are placed, and how many logs are there in the top row? Let n be the number of rows. We calculate n, and the top row, when you know n equals some value, the top row you can identify and calculate the number of logs in the top row also. Let us see how to solve this one. So let us solve this one. 19th question. Number of logs stacked row wise is given by, in first row 20 logs, in second row 19 logs, in third row 18 logs. It continues up to how many rows? N rows. Let n be the number of rows present here. Therefore, I am considering here n rows. Do you understand? Therefore, this list forms an AP with A equals 20, D equals 19 minus 20 minus 1. Please remember The common difference is not plus 1 here, 19 minus 20, which is minus 1. And n we do not know, we have to find the total number of rows here, isn't it? So, but we know one information, total number of logs are 200, isn't it? So, total number of logs present in n rows equals 200, which is nothing but sum of logs present in n rows, implies Sn equals 200, implies n by 2 into bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d equals 200. 2a, 2 times 20 plus n minus 1 times d is minus 1, which is 200, which implies 40 minus n, minus I am taking here, minus n, minus of minus, plus 1. 40 plus 1, 41 minus n, 200. Now 2 goes that side, multiply here, 41n minus n square equals 400, implies, transpose everything that side, n square minus 41n plus 400 equals 0. This is the equation. N square minus 41 plus 400 is the equation. Plus 400 equals 0. Let us try to use the splitting the midterm n square minus 41. It is correct. 40 plus 1, 41 minus comes here, minus n plus. Yeah, let's see how to split this one. 400, or we can use here either by splitting the middle term, or we can also use the quadratic formula. Okay, let us try to use splitting the middle term and see here. Let me give a chance for 1 minute and then I'll go for if not possible to find out the splitting, then I'll proceed with the quadratic formula. Yeah, I require 41 here, minus 41. So 15, yes, n square minus 25n minus 16n plus 400 equals 0. So n common here, n minus 25 minus 16 common, n minus 25 equals 0. So n minus 25 into n minus 16 equals 0, and therefore n minus 25 equals 0, n minus 16 equals 0, n equals 25, n equals 16. So the number of rows here is two possibilities. Both are positive numbers, which are both are natural numbers. So we have to validate whether there are 25 rows in which 200 logs are placed or 16 rows in which 200 logs are placed. So I'll consider case 1 and case 2. One of that may get rejected probably, and we'll see that one. So case n, case 1, let n equals 25. So if n is 25, how many number of logs are present in the 25th row? That is my question. Are you able to understand? Therefore, the number of logs in 25th row is given by A25 equals A plus 24D. A is how much? 20 plus 24 times minus 1, which is 20 minus 24, 24 minus 4. Can the number of locks in a particular row be negative? Not possible. And hence we discard as number of locks cannot be negative. N equals 25 is discarded. Discarded. Clearly we have discarded. Case 2. Let n equals 16. The meaning is total number of 16 rows. So let us find out how many wooden locks are there in the 16th row. Number of locks in 16th row is given by A16, A plus 15D. A is 20. 20 plus 15 times minus 1. 20 minus 15, which is 5. Yes, it is possible. In the last row, which is the 16th row, number of locks are 5 here, and therefore final answer, where should I write? Here I am writing, look here, this final answer. What was the question asked actually? How many number of rows are there and number of locks in the top row? Therefore, total number of rows equals 16 and number of locks in top row that is 16th row equals 5. Note down the answer. Yeah, dear students, this potato race problem is very important. In a potato race, a bucket is placed at the starting point here, which is 5 meters from the first potato. All these potatoes are placed here, and the first potato from the bucket is at 5 meters. Here potato, here bucket. The distance between the first potato and the bucket is 5 meters. Second potato is 3 meters away from the first potato. This third also is 3 meters away. So every subsequent potato distance is 3 meters given. So, and all other potatoes are placed 3 meters apart in a straight line. There are 10 potatoes in the line. So from here to here there are 10 potatoes. A competitor starts from the bucket from here, picks up the nearest potato, that is the first potato, runs back with it. She runs back with it and drops in the bucket. Runs back to pick up the next potato, runs to the bucket to drop it in it. And she continues in the same way until all the potatoes are in the bucket. What is the total distance the competitor has to run? See, the question is asked, what is the total distance the competitor has to run? Let us understand the distance traveled by the girl or a competitor to pick up and drop each potato. The distance traveled by the competitor to pick up first potato is 5 meters and drop first potato is again 5 meters, 10 meters. The distance covered to pick up the second potato is 5 plus 3, 8 meters, and to drop back once again 8 meters, 16 meters. Distance covered by the competitor to pick up the third potato, 5 plus 3 plus 3, 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 3, 11, back 11, 22 meters. So let us calculate the distance traveled by the competitor to pick up and drop the potato into the bucket, and whether this list forms AP or not. And see, let's see how to solve this. So 20th question, potato race question. Distance covered by competitor to pick up and drop each potato into bucket is given by What is the first potato? First potato, the distance is 5 plus 5, 10 meter. Second potato, 2 times 5 plus 3 meter. 5 plus 3 meter is the distance from the bucket to the potato, second potato, and back to the bucket is 2 times 5 plus 3, which is 8 into 2, 16 meter. Third potato, 3 times 5 plus 3 plus 3, which equals, third potato is at a distance of 5 meter plus 3 meter plus 3 meter, that is 11 meter from the bucket. So 2 times, it is 2 times 11 plus once again 11, and therefore this is 22 meter. Fourth potato, 2 times 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, which equals into 14 into 2, 28 meter. Therefore the list is given by the distance, that means the list of numbers is given by 10, 16, 22, 28. The list is 10, 16, 22, 28, up to how many potatoes? Up to 10 potatoes. Correct? Up to 10 potatoes. Here this list forms AP because common difference is 6 everywhere. This list forms AP with A equals 10, D equals 6 and N equals 10 because there are totally 10 potatoes. So what is the total distance? Total distance covered is equal to S10, isn't it? If this forms an AP up to 10 potatoes, the sum of all these numbers is S10. That is the total distance covered by the computator. So the total distance traveled, by the computator equals S10. We know Sn equals n by 2 into bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d, correct? Therefore S10 equals 10 by 2 into bracket 2 times a is 10 plus n minus 1 is 10 minus 1, 9 into d is common difference is 6, 5, 54, 5 into 370 meter. So this is what we have to. So total distance covered by the computator to pick up each potato and drop and up to 10 potatoes is 370 meter. Note down please. So let us start with exercise 5.4 optional numericals. First one, which term of this AP is the first negative term? Let the first term be nth term, which is a negative term. So nth term, if it is a negative term, it should be less than 0, isn't it? So let nth term be the negative term, which is an, and it should be less than 0. Let us try to solve this now. So I'll change exercise also here. This is basically exercise 5.4 optional numericals. These are in your textbook, it is written that these are not from the examination point of view, but you have to study all this. These are common normal numericals and you will get in the exams. So first one, AP is 121, 117, 113, it continues. So here A equals 121, D equals 117 minus 121 minus 4. Let nth term be first negative term, implies an is less than 0, implies a plus n minus 1 times t less than 0. A is how much? 121 plus n is what we have to find out basically, okay, into d is minus 4 less than 0. This I am taking the minus here. 121 n minus 1, transpose this that side. 121 1 also transpose this side. 4n, I think, just a moment, I made a mistake here, just a moment. 121 minus here 4 times n minus 1 less than 4n, transpose that side. Transpose 4 this side. Implies 125 n, 4n. So 4n is greater than 125, correct it? I am writing this side n, 4n greater than 125. Both are same here. 4n is greater than 125, 4n is greater than 125. And therefore, n should be greater than 125 by 4. So n should be a positive number, because n should be a positive integer, means it is a natural number. So it should be greater than this fraction here. So how much is this one? N should be 4 3s are 12, 4 1s are 4 point, and 1 10, 4 2, 4 5, 31.25. So therefore n should be greater than 31.25. इसका मतलब ये है कि n should be an integer or it should be a natural number, implies n equals 32. Therefore 32nd term is first negative term. You verify it, verification, whether we are getting this or not. Let us check it. A32 equals A plus 31D. A is how much? 121 plus 31 times D is minus 4. So which is 121 minus 124, which is minus A32 is correct. 121 minus 124 is minus 3, correct. So A32. So we are getting minus 3 as the first negative term here. It's a negative term. If you check A31, it will not be negative. You understand? You yourself can check it. So 32nd term is the first negative term. Note it down. So we'll solve second one. Dear students, please mark this also. This is also a little bit critical here. By substitution method we have to do, and D values you will get 2, and let's see how to solve. Sum of third and seventh term is 6. A3 plus A7 equals 6. It is given to you. A plus 2D plus A plus 6D equals 6. 2A plus 8D equals 6. A plus 4D equals 3. A equals 3 minus 4D. Mark this one. Also given, the product of these two terms is 8 given. A3 into A7 equals 8. A plus 2D into A plus 6D equals 8. Substitute wherever A is there with 3 minus 4D. So implies 3 minus 4D plus 2D into 3 minus 4D plus 60 equals 8. What I did here, this A I substituted here, got it, which is 3 minus 4D plus 2D, 3 minus 2D into 3 plus 2D equals 8. A minus B into A plus B is A square minus B square. Nine minus 4D square equals 8. 4D square that side. 9 minus 8, which is 1. And therefore D square equals 1 by 4. 4D square equals 1, D square equals 1 by 4. Implies D equals plus or minus 1 by 2. Plus or minus under root of 1 by 4, and therefore this is. Now therefore we have two values of D. We have been asked to find out sum of first 16 terms. Question is S16 equals question mark. Therefore case 1, A equals 3 minus 4D. We'll substitute here case 1. Let D equals plus half. Therefore A equals 3 minus 4D, 3 minus 4 times half, 3 minus 2, which is 1. You got it? So with the value of D of half, A equals 1. S16 2A plus 15D. 8, 2 times 1 plus 15 times half. Got it? 15 times 16 is 15 times. Let's see. 8 into bracket LCM 2. 4 plus 15, which is 2 ones are 2 fours are 4 times 19, 76. So case 1 we have got sum of 16 terms is 76. Case 2, let D equals minus half. Therefore A minus 4D equals A equals 3 minus 4D. A equals 3 minus 4D, which is 3 minus 4 times minus half, which is 3 plus 2, which is 5. So A equals 5, D equals minus half. S16 is 16 by 2, 2 times 5 plus 15 times minus half, which is 8 into bracket 10 minus 15 by 2, which is 8 into 2 LCM 20 minus 15. 20 minus 15 by 2, 2 ones are 2 fours are 4 into 5, which is 20. S16 is 20. So note it down. Yeah, third one is the ladder problem. This is how the ladder is there, and these are called the rungs here. Dimensions are given. Ladder has rungs 25 centimeter apart. Distance between each rung is 25 centimeter. The rungs decrease uniformly in length from 45 centimeter at the bottom to 25 centimeter at the top. Here it is 45 centimeter. Here it is length is 25 centimeter. So the length of each rung it is decreasing very uniformly. Okay. If the top and bottom of the rungs are apart by 2.5 meter, what is the length of the wood required for the rungs? From here to here, there is a 2.5 meter distance. Distance between each rung is 25 centimeter, and bottommost rung length is 45 centimeter. Topmost length of the rung is 25 centimeter. We have to find out the total length of the rungs, means 45 plus this plus up to 25 centimeter. So whether the length of the rungs form an AP or not, we will have to check it here, isn't it? So the common difference is 25, means it is decreasing uniformly, and hence I will say the length of the rungs form an AP, and first rung length is 45, L equals 25, and N you want to calculate. If you know N, then it is possible to calculate the length of the total length of the rungs. How do you calculate the number of rungs here? This distance, total distance, divided by the distance between two rungs plus 1. Plus 1 is to be added over here, most important thing. Okay, so we'll see that one, how to solve. Let us solve the ladder sum. So third one, here we'll draw the ladder once again. And this is how it is. First rung, last rung, in between you have few more rungs. Distance between each is 25 centimeter. Length of this is 45 centimeter. Length of this last rung is 25 centimeter. And from here to here, this distance is 2.5 meter, which is 250 centimeter. Let me keep everything in centimeter. 2.5 meter is nothing but 250 centimeter. So let us see. Here we have to calculate. See, we know A here. This I will write A, and this is L here, last term. And as the length of the rungs vary uniformly, I can say this is in arithmetic progression. A is known to me, L is known to me. I have to know N here, number of rungs. 250 centimeter divided by pitch. Pitch is nothing but the distance between the rungs. So the total distance divided by 250 plus 1 gives me the total number of rungs. Then use that N, A, L to find out the length of rungs over here. Okay, fine. So here, first one, number of rungs equals 250 divided by 25 plus 1, which is 10 plus 1, which is 11 rungs. Why it is plus 1? First one is also to be accounted for, and therefore total number of rungs is equal to 11 there. Here as length of each rung decreases or varies uniformly, it forms an AP with A equals 45 centimeter and L equals 25 centimeter and N equals 11 rungs. Therefore, total length of wood for rungs, not for lungs, okay, for rungs equals S11. So S11 equals 11 by 2 into bracket 2A plus 10D. I don't have D here. There is no common difference. See, some students were asking when should we use that n by 2 times a plus L formula. Here we use that formula. Here itself I'll write here. Sn is equal to, we use the formula n by 2 into bracket a plus L. Dear students, please note it down. This is the formula we are using. Do you know D here? We do not know the common difference D at all here, and therefore total length of wood for rungs is equal to S11. S11 equals, we know Sn equals n by 2 into bracket a plus L, and S11 equals 11 by 2 into bracket a is how much? 45 plus L 25. So S11 equals 11 by 2 into bracket 40 plus 20 60 70 here, which is 11 into 35, which equals 385 centimeter. This is centimeter. Therefore, length of wood required for rungs equals 385 centimeter, which is 3.85 meter. So note it down. Fourth question, the houses of a row are numbered consecutively from 1 to 49. So in a row there are 49 houses which are numbered as 1 2 3 4 up to 49. Show that there is a value of x such that the sum of the numbers of the houses preceding the house numbered x is equal to the sum of number of houses following it. Find this value of x. Hint is there. This hint is to be remembered, and you have to by heart that and keep somewhere noted down. All the time you must know Sx minus 1 equals S49 minus Sx. Using this formula you find out the value of x here. So what is the value of x? Let us try to find out here now. Yeah, we'll solve this problem. Fourth one. Let me draw the diagram and try to explain to you. Okay. Houses are represented like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6. Continue. And 47 48 49. Let me have one house numbered as x. Then according to question, if you read the question carefully, the numbers which are written over here, it will continue. Sum of numbers up to the houses preceding x. Preceding x means this is x minus 1. So x minus 1 up to x minus sum of numbers up to x minus 1 should be equal to the number of sum of the number on the houses following x, means from here to here sum. This sum we have to calculate. How to calculate this sum? Basically this sum can be calculated using like this: from here to here sum of numbers of the houses is S49. From here to here up till this x, up till this x, what is the sum here? X. And therefore from here to here this is S49 minus Sx. You understood? So yeah, this much is enough for writing. X is marked. Sum of the numbers preceding the x, Sx minus 1, is equal to sum of the numbers on the houses following x from here to here. So Sx minus 1 equals S49 minus Sx according to your question. Therefore, according to question, Sx minus 1 equals S49 minus Sx. A equals, no sound, A equals 1, D equals 1, isn't it? A equals 1, D equals 1, and N equals 49. That's what it is. Anyway, let me write this one. Therefore, Sx minus 1 equals S49 minus Sx. Sx minus 1 is x minus 1 divided by 2 into bracket 2a plus x minus 1 minus 1 into d. Okay. As there is a space constraint, first I will solve Sx minus 1. Let me rewrite once again, because if I continue there is no space, otherwise I have to erase this diagram. So therefore what I will do here is, for your information, first I will find out this one, then this one, equate it. Okay, that way it actually, if we solve at one go, it is preferable. Or let me try over here. This is the space which I require. So below this I will write Sx minus 1, x minus 1 by 2, 2a is 1 plus x minus 1 minus 1 times d is 1 equals S49 by 2 into bracket 2a is 1 plus 48 d is 1. ओके 49 ए यहाँ तक हो गया माइनस एस एक्स बाई 2 into bracket 2 times 1 plus x minus 1 into 1. Yeah, this is how it is. We have to solve this equation to get the value of x here. So let us see. Now multiply this one. 2 cancels, x minus 1. Or just about, let me simplify. X minus 1 by 2 into bracket. This is nothing but x minus 2 equals 48 plus 2, 50. 49 into 50 by 2 minus x by 2 into bracket 2 plus x minus 1. So 2 cancels, x here, x into x minus 1 by 2 equals 25 into 49, 25, 2 minus 1, 1, minus 2 minus 1 is 1, x plus 1, x into x plus 1, the whole divided by 2 here. Okay, now you take this side and let's see whether x minus 1, x 2 minus 1 is 2 minus here. Okay, so therefore x into x minus 1 divided by 2 plus x into x plus 1 divided by 2 equals 49 into 25, which is 1225, 1225. 2 LCM implies 2 LCM. Here it is x square minus x plus x square plus x, x square minus x plus, okay, this will cancel, which is 2x square, which is 1225. So I'll write here for your information, x square, it is 2x square This is the answer, x is equal to 35. Why we cannot take plus or minus here? Because house number cannot be negative, and therefore x is equal to 35 is the value over here. So check 1225 whether it is correct or not. So therefore x is equal to 35 is the answer. Therefore I hope you have understood. Couple of times you solve this one, you should be able to get this. Only thing is negative value is not accepted because house numbers cannot be negative, and hence x is equal to 35 is the answer. Okay, note it down. Here last one, very interesting question. A small terrace at a football ground, it is a terrace in a football ground, comprises of 15 steps, totally 15 steps, each of which is 50-meter long. This is the length of each step, L, built of a solid concrete. Each step has a rise of 1/4 meter. A rise of 1/4 meter means the height as 1/4 meter. The step of the height of each step is 1/4 meter, and a tread of 1/2 meter. A tread means its width of each step is 1/2 meter. Calculate the total volume of the concrete required to build the terrace. So how do you calculate here is, if you look at the height here it is 1/4, next is again 1/4, next is 1/4. The height is constantly increasing by 1/4 meter, 1/4 meter, 1/4 meter, which is a fixed number here, constant, isn't it? Common difference. And the tread means width of the step is 1/2 meter, the length is 50 meter. I can calculate the volume of each step here. So volume of total 15 steps is equal to the volume of concrete required to complete this structure. So let V1 be the volume of first step, V2 be the volume of second step, V3 be the volume of third step. Let us see the volumes of each step over here. Does it form an AP? If it forms an AP, we can calculate by using the formula S15 as the volumes of the total volume of the concrete, the structure, and that is the concrete required. Okay, let's see how to solve this problem. Okay, here I have drawn once again in this diagram. Let L be the length of each step, height be 1/4 meter, which is a rise, and a tread means the width is 1/2 meter. So volume of first step here is, see, this is how I have marked the steps here: first step, second step, third step, fourth step, up to there are 15 steps here. So what is the volume of the first step? What is the question number 5 here it is? Okay, volume of first step equals V1 equals length into breadth into height, which is 50 into 1/2 meter into 1/4 meter. Is it clear? Which is 25 into 1/4 cubic meter. Volume of second step equals V2 equals 50 into 1/2 into length into breadth. Volume of this second step is, from here to here it is 1/4 plus 1/4, which is 2 times 1/4. Are you able to understand? Therefore volume of the second step is length into breadth into 2 times 1/4. 2 times 1/4. This is 2 ones are 25, which equals 25. 25 into 2, 50. 50 into 1/4 cubic meter. 1/4 cubic meter. Is it clear what I am doing? Similarly, volume of the third step. Volume of third step equals V3 equals 50 into 1/2 into 3 times 1/4, which equal, why 3 times 1/4? Check here, length into breadth into 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 3 times 1/4. So here it is 25 into 3 into 1/4, isn't it? 25 into 3 into 1/4. So therefore 75 into 1/4 cubic meter, and it continues like this. Therefore list of numbers equals list of numbers is V1, V2, V3 up to how many numbers? Up to 15 steps. So what is V1 here? V1 is 25 into 1/4. 25 into 1/4. V2 50 into 1/4. 75 into 1/4. It continues. Is it right? And therefore total volume is equal to total volume equals V1 plus V2 plus V3 up to 15 steps, up to 15 steps, which is equal to 25 into 1/4 plus 50 into 1/4 plus 75 into 1/4 plus it will continue. Now check this down. What is common here? I'll take 25/4 as a common. 25/4. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to 15 it is, isn't it? Because see here 25/4 is common. 25/4 is common over here. See here how much you are getting. 1/4 is common and 25 is common, so 2 it is. So if you multiply this 25/4 into 2, you will get 15 to 1/4. If you multiply by 3, then it is 75/4. Now 1 2 3 4 5, is it not in AP? Yes, it is in AP now, isn't it? Therefore I'll write, therefore here 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to 15 forms an AP with A equals 1, D equals 1 and N equals 15. Therefore total volume of concrete equals 25/4 into S15. आपका समझ में आ रहा है? This is 1 2 3 4 nothing but this part is nothing but S15 here. Okay, 25/4 S15, which is equal to 25/4. How much is S15? 15/2 plus 15/2 into 2A plus 14D, which equals 25/4 into 15/2. 2A, A is 1 plus 14 times 1, which is 25/4 into 15/2. 14 plus 2, 16. 2 ones are 2 8s are, and 4 ones are 4 2s are. 25 into 15 into 2, which equals 25 into 30, which equals 750 cubic meters. 25 into 30, which is 750 cubic meters. I hope it is clear for you to see there. Therefore here I'll write final answer. Total concrete, C-O-N-C-R-E-T-E, concrete equals 750 cubic meters. I hope you have understood how to solve this problem. Okay, so note it down. Students, I'll take one more sum here. Example number 13 of your textbook. Here, how many terms of AP 24, 21, 18 must be taken so that their sum is 78? That is the question asked. I'll write here example 13, textbook, important, okay? Star markets and example 13 here. There is an AP given to us, 24, 21, 18, continues. How many terms of this AP should be taken so that their sum is 78? How many terms are taken to get a sum of 78? Okay, explain the double answer. Explain the double answer. One question you may get something like this. Here, explain the double answer is what we have to see this. So, A equals 24, D equals 21 minus 24 is minus 3, and S n equals 78, n by 2 into bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d equals 78. So n by 2 into bracket 2 into 24 plus n minus 1 times d is how much? Minus 3 equals 78. So n by 2 into bracket 48 minus 3n plus 3 equals 78. N by 2 into bracket 48 plus 3, 51 minus 3n equals 78. 2 goes that 2, I'll take that side. 51n minus 3n square equals 156. Take everything that side. 3n square minus 50n plus 156 equals 0. N square 17n plus equals 0. 13 fours are 52, minus 13 minus 4, n square minus 13n minus 4n plus 52 equals 0. And therefore n minus 13 equals 0, n equals 13. I hope you are able to understand. N equals 13. Also n minus 4 equals 0, n equals 4. Both are natural numbers and both are valid numbers. The sum of 13 terms is also 78. The sum of 4 terms is also 78. How do you explain this one? So, therefore, very important, you can read the textbooks also, very nicely it is written. Here my answer for the double, we have got 2 values of n and the explanation goes like this. Here, sum S4 equals 78 and also S13 equals 78. Okay, this is because here D is negative and sum of, this is because D is negative and therefore sum of fifth term to 13th term is 0. As D value is negative, see here, sum from 5th term to 13th term equals 0. Why it is 0? Some of the terms are positive and some of the terms are negative, which will cancel out, and therefore we get sum of 4 terms is also 78, sum of 13 terms also 78. So here this is because here D is negative, and therefore sum of 5th term to 13th term is 0, as there are some positive and some negative integers. Clear? This is the double answer. This is because here D is negative, and therefore sum of 5th term to 13th term is 0, as there are some positive and some negative integers which will cancel out. I'll write which will cancel out. Okay, to give 0. This is my answer. Very typical question, so you have to note it down. Okay, so first note it down. Here students, one thing, instead of integers, see, we do not know whether those are integers or natural numbers, and therefore a small correction, please remember, small correction. I'll say here some positive and some negative terms are there which will cancel out. There are some positive and some negative terms which will cancel out. Does it make sense? Yes, absolutely it is making sense. Integers may not make sense, please remember, because we do not know that the value of this. Of course it is, all these are integers only, because we may get some negative also. You can write, I believe, but it is better if you write some positive terms and negative terms which will cancel out. Okay, so correct it and please make a note. Okay, once again note it down. I'll take up one more sum from your exercise. This is exercise 5.4 optional, not this optional one. It is exercise number 5.3, exercise number 5.3, and I think 11th sum. Let me check. Yes, exercise 5.3. 5.3, question number 11th. So 11th one, you refer your textbook for reading the question. Sum of first 10 terms of an AP is given by 4n minus n square. Given Sn is equal to 4n minus n square. What is the first term? Yes, what is the first term? A1 equals question mark. What is the sum of first two terms? S2 equals question mark. What is the second term? A2 equals question mark. Similarly, find the third term, A3, and finally 10th and nth term, A10 and AN. So many questions have been asked in this one question. Okay, let's see now. First one, A1. A1 equals S1 only. Sum of first terms is nothing but first term itself, A or A1 both. So which is equal to 4 times 1 minus 1, 4 times 1 minus 1 the whole square, which equals 4 minus 1, which is 3. And therefore first term A1 equals 3. We'll check the answer also finally. Let's see that. Next is S2, sum of first two terms. S2 equals 4 times 2 minus 2 the whole square, which is 8 minus 4, which is 4. Then A2, see, AN equals Sn minus Sn minus 1. This formula I am using once again. A2 is nothing but S2 minus S1. What is S2 here? 4. minus S1 is first term 3, which equals 1, and therefore A2 is 1. Second term is 1. What is A3? A3 equals A3 minus S3 minus S2, which equals S3 is how much? We don't know. Let's calculate. 4 times 3 minus 3 the whole square minus what is S2? S2 is 4. 12 minus 9 minus 4. 12 minus which is minus 1, and therefore A3 equals minus 1. You have textbook here? No. Okay, next is A3 is minus 1. Next question is A10. We will have to check this answer. A10 equals S10 minus S9. S10 is 4 times 10 minus 10 the whole square minus S9 4 times 9 minus 9 the whole square. 40 minus 100 minus 36 minus 81, which is minus 60 minus 36 minus 81. 36 81 minus 36 is 45 minus 45, which equals minus 60 plus 45, which is minus 15. A10 is minus 15. Next AN. AN equals Sn minus Sn minus 1, which is equal to Sn means 4n minus n square minus 4 n minus 1 minus n minus 1 the whole square. So this is equal to an equals 4n minus n square minus 4n minus 4 minus n, just a moment, 4n minus 4 minus n square minus 1 plus 2n. 4n minus n square minus 4n plus 4 plus n square plus 1 minus 2n, which equals plus 4n minus 4n plus n square minus n square plus 4 minus 2n. 4 minus 2n. An equals 4 minus 2n is what? 4 plus 1, 5 minus 2n. 4 plus 1, 5 minus 2n. This should be your answer. So please hold, let me check all the answers. Yeah, all the answers are correct. A1 is first term is 3, A2 is 1, A3 is minus 1, A10 is minus 15, An is 5 minus 2n. Correct, it is correct. I think it is better to note down. This is a very typical sum where I use this formula. Important. An is equal to Sn minus 1. Everywhere I was able to use this formula. Okay. So make a note of this formula and mark it. Okay. Note it down. Yeah, dear students, we'll end the lecture over here and see you in the next lecture. Thank you for watching.